Now, you'll notice on the top row there I have one of each of the species there, and for this introductory adventure, the crash of packet cruiser K748N, I actually have one of each character that's pre-generated for me, and so we're going to try to play out how this goes and see how we go from there. And you can see the names of the characters. I won't really go into. I mean, we're going to discover together how these work, and it could be. I think having to deal with the 6 characters and all the varying abilities might be a little bit crazy, but we're gonna try. We're gonna give it a try. So, welcome to the crash of packet cruiser K748N. It's an introductory adventure that was designed for 3 to 5 players and intended to play within 2 to 4 hours. Again, I'm adapting this as a solo adventure, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to use all 6 of the characters and see if I can keep track of it. So this particular game is going to be similar but very different, and so you probably have some expectations on how an RPG works, and you're going to roll some dice, make skill checks, and improvise character interactions. However, there are some main big differences in Iris Adventure Game from some of the other game systems that you might have played. There are no attack rolls. None. There are no concentration rolls, and aside from a handful of abilities and exploits, there are no ability interruptions. All major actions by player characters and non-player characters are guaranteed to take effect when activated, though some other ability may interfere with how the action plays out. There are no basic attack abilities in the sense of I want to attack, so I'm rolling this standard damage die. Each species plays distinctly and has an array of abilities, including dealing damage, that progress the player team towards victory. No species has the same abilities or a set of standard abilities. There are no There are no stat ceilings. So you can always increase your health, your barrier, move, range beyond their current values. And what stays constant are the stat's base values, and that value is what a stat will return to when you're in a low action or resting state. Think of kind of like how the Hulk is constantly stronger and stronger as he gets angrier and angrier, but then, returns to Bruce Banner when he's calm. So the base ability is Bruce Banner, and then there's no limit to how far the abilities can expand beyond that while it's being played out, I think. Thematically, the characters are enhancing their chromatic presence to gain these stat boons, and when initiative is rolled, that chromatic presence resets to base values, because maintaining that focus from one encounter to the next is exhausting, like trying to maintain a sprint for several minutes or more. Tastes are a 0 damage class and are meant to satisfy a desire to metagame, so play outside the rules of the game. So this could be very interesting, and to control how other characters play the game. And they have a specific design intention and should be played by players who like to manipulating more than directly impacting stats. The pre-gen characters, there's 6 of the sentient species that are pre-gen, and they're able to manipulate chromatic energy, and these characters have been set up to showcase how each species functions distinctly. And while this particular adventure, I won't be customizing or expanding those abilities. If I continue on, I'll do a session 0 and create some characters from scratch, and then go from there. And then that'll allow me to select skills and abilities and backgrounds and stuff like that. The background as a GM, the thing that I know about this particular adventure is that the player characters, each of the 6, possesses a valuable secret item, and they're traveling on an interstellar transport ship, passing from the Rogund colonial territories through Seti tribal frontiers and into the Tace Empire. None of the player characters at the beginning will know each other, and most of the player characters are pursuing some ulterior motive. However, the transport ship is going to be ambushed by Seti pirates, and the players awake from the ship's crashing to find themselves stranded on a dangerous jungle planet. And as the group tries to recover their senses, a portly Ragund by the name of Slathic begins barking out orders and trying to corral the survivors to scavenge supplies. Slathic was a laborer with the ship's crew and now appears to be the only remaining crew member and thus the only authority figure from the ship. And while the players attempt to recover their lost secret items, I guess we're in the hold, not on their bodies, or we're in their rooms and got spread. The camp will be attacked by Kandari wolves, and then the players will proceed from there to find and repair the ship's broken transmitter in hopes of sending out an emergency signal and uncover a plot by the pirates to confiscate some valuable item, hunt down the Kandari Alpha Wolf, and ultimately come to face with Seti pirates who attacked the ship. So that's the general outline. It's very much, kind of makes me think of the sci-fi survival stuff like Subnautica and things like that. But so we're gonna dive in and we're gonna try out the mechanics and see if I can manage to play this well as a solo player.